In this episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, the guest offers a unique and extraordinary perspective on life, beginning with his earliest memories, which he claims started in his mother's womb. He vividly recalls being 6 months in utero, interacting with his surroundings, and even remembers his birth and circumcision. To validate these experiences, he conducted an experiment with his pregnant wife, shining a light on her stomach and playing music, to which their unborn son responded, demonstrating early cognitive abilities. The guest's narrative continues with a profound dream he had at the age of 5, where a mysterious being guided him through a fluid-filled room. This being asked him what he desired most, and he responded that he wanted to understand how everything works. This dream led him to a metaphorical mansion filled with crystalline shapes, each representing unique knowledge. These dreams provided him with insights that he claims have contributed to his 97 patents and various innovations across industries. He explains that these insights were innate, suggesting a pre-birth existence where he acquired this knowledge. Despite facing personal challenges, including accusations of domestic violence, he believes these experiences redirected him towards his true path. The guest delves into his academic journey, where he studied chemical engineering but left school due to disagreements with conventional teachings. He was particularly interested in the periodic table and its elements' relationships, which he felt were not accurately represented. His curiosity led him to the works of Walter Russell, who had reimagined the periodic table based on natural curvature and relationships between elements. Russell's periodic table, unlike the traditional one, is depicted as a spiral, showing the interconnectedness of elements through their tones and frequencies. The guest explains that each element has a specific tone, which can be correlated with sound and light frequencies. This holistic view aligns with his early dream revelations and has influenced his approach to science and innovation. The video transcript discusses the intricate relationships between elements on the periodic table, focusing on their interactions and transformations across different octaves or energy levels. The speaker explains that elements like hydrogen, carbon, silicon, cobalt, and rhodium are interconnected and exist as part of a continuum rather than as isolated substances. Key points include elemental relationships and octaves, bonding and mating of elements, isotopes and elemental behavior, the nature of waves and motion, electricity and magnetism, misleading senses and scientific misconceptions, and elemental transformation. The video also explores alternative perspectives on the periodic table, focusing on Walter Russell's version, which diverges from the conventional periodic table used in mainstream science. Russell's work, which dates back to 1926, was initially ignored by the scientific community because it lacked mathematical equations and was more philosophical in nature. However, it has gained recognition over time, with notable figures like Einstein expressing regret for not engaging more deeply with Russell's ideas. The discussion then shifts to the geometric and philosophical foundations of Russell's ideas, particularly the flower of life and the 5 Platonic solids. These ancient symbols and shapes are said to represent the fundamental building blocks of the universe. The speaker argues that a mistake was made thousands of years ago when straight lines were introduced into these geometric patterns, influenced by the belief that the Earth was flat and the Church's promotion of straight lines. The video further explores the implications of these geometric shapes in understanding the structure of matter. The speaker demonstrates how different configurations of bubbles, representing atomic structures, create various forms and forces, such as the weak and strong nuclear forces. These configurations are visualized through 3D models, showing how bubbles meet and form stable structures that align with natural laws of crystallization and symmetry. The speaker also introduces the concept of wave conjugations and supersymmetrical systems, which are said to predict the distribution of matter within the electric field. These systems are built from the geometric shapes discussed earlier and are claimed to align perfectly, forming natural starfish and other symmetrical patterns. The video transcript revolves around a discussion on unconventional scientific theories, personal health practices, and reflections on human creativity and flaws. The speaker begins by referencing the periodic table and the recognition of scientific discoveries, emphasizing the importance of waiting for patents before discussing new ideas to prevent obstruction. They delve into the concept of universal ratios and the significance of accounting for negative space in scientific models, contrasting it with traditional straight-line approaches. The speaker recounts an interaction with Neil deGrasse Tyson, where they presented a controversial 36-page treatise that included wave conjugations and the idea that 1 times 1 equals 2. Tyson critiqued the treatise, particularly the references to figures like Walter Russell, Victor Schauberger, John Keeley, and Tesla, and the unconventional multiplication concept. The speaker argues that multiplication should imply an increase, questioning the logic behind 1 times 1 equaling 1. The conversation shifts to personal health, where the speaker mentions using detox products to remove metals and parasites from the body, attributing improvements in their appearance and health to these practices. They discuss intermittent fasting and the positive changes in their physical condition, despite continuing to smoke cigarettes. The discussion then touches on the balance between human flaws and creativity, citing examples of artists and thinkers who were both brilliant and troubled. The speaker appreciates the honesty and complexity of figures like Alan Watts, who embraced their imperfections. Returning to scientific discourse, the speaker criticizes mainstream scientific figures like Tyson for dismissing alternative theories and emphasizes the importance of considering the electromagnetic wave and the ether in scientific models. They reference historical experiments and theories, such as the Michelson-Morley experiment and the work of Giordano Bruno, to support their arguments. The speaker suggests that Bruno included straight lines in his work to avoid persecution by the church, which ultimately executed him for his beliefs. Overall, the video explores the tension between conventional and unconventional scientific ideas, the impact of personal health practices, and the interplay between human flaws and creativity. The speaker advocates for a more holistic approach that considers both the expansive and contractive forces at play.